thank you to Powered by the Sun for sending me this. Now, I've actually been using this behind the scenes, and I have to say, guys, it is worth checking out. So the company was formed from a personal healing journey, and in 2018, they went completely plant-based. So rooted in a deep respect for nature, this is just their offering back to anyone that is seeking balance, nourishment, and just generational wellness within their diet. So all their information will be below. Guys, please, please, please go and check them out. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and let me know how you're going to add this into your diet. Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 4 on the Be Real podcast. Before I get into this episode, I have to say thank you for all the love you've shown, all your messages, all the DMs. Like, honestly, I've felt it. I've heard you. You've been seen. Trust me. Thank you so much. It's not gone unappreciated, okay? Now, this episode is another juicy one. This is going to be the juiciest of this is the question that is on the top of everyone's list. And I'm going to ask you that question today. And be honest with me, right? Be real. Are you choosing the gym or are you choosing the surgeon's office? Let's get into it right now. Now, this is something that, it boggles my mind. And I know a lot of you out there, it's something that you have to contemplate with. Surgery versus exercise. It's in our faces every day. Every day we're on social media, we're looking at Instagram, we're looking at the TV. It's there. Get this, get that, come here, come there. Like, everyone is craving this idea of perfection. So I've had to sit with myself and ask myself, have I ever considered surgery? And the answer, I'm going to be real, it's yes. Yes, I have. I hold my hands up. I have considered surgery. Now, the question is, can everyone afford surgery? Because that's what stopped, you know what? I'm not going to lie. That's what stops a lot of people. They can't afford it. It's bloody expensive. It's not cheap. The cost of living has gone up. We can't be affording surgery these days. But on the other hand, surgery is a lot cheaper than it used to be. The BBL, is the BBL in or is the BBL out? We don't know. We do not know. Because there's a lot of people with BBLs, then everyone's shrinking themselves. Everyone's on the injections, the Monjaro, the Ozempic, the Wegovy, and all of this. And then you've got to be, it's a fight, it's a constant battle. And where are we? Where are you? Where am I? Where are we? Where are the people in between that don't have the BBLs, that don't know whether to go on the Monjaro? We don't know. Should we be big or should we be skinny? What surgery have I considered, may you ask? So the surgery I've considered, at a time, I thought I wanted the 360 lipo. Don't ask me where from, but I thought I wanted the 360 lipo at one point. Then I thought I wanted not a full BBL, but maybe people have these hip dip. Is it the hip? I don't even know the terminology of it, but maybe it's called the hip dips when you have so you have the Coca-Cola bottle figure. It's just, there's so much going on. And then I was thinking of maybe a tweak with my face. Maybe it's the fox eye. There's so many things that people get now. It's draining. It's absolutely draining. No one is happy with their natural, God-given appearance anymore. And I can put my hands up. I was one of those people. So I'm not here condemning anyone that's had anything, that's thinking about anything. I just want to open the conversation to why we are doing it, if it's good that we're doing it. And yeah, I just want to have that conversation with you guys today. And I want you guys to let me know the answer. And you know what? In all honesty, there isn't an answer. I think there isn't a simple yes or no, because it is very individual, isn't it? It's really individual. It's really personal. It's whatever makes you happy. But, there's a double-edged sword here, okay? So I understand it's what makes you happy. But at the same time, if you're in a position of influence, you can't just be living and doing for yourself. If you are this is going to be quite controversial now. If you're a mother, you're not just living for yourself. So whatever you do is going to have a ripple effect. It's going to have an impact on someone else, on someone that is looking up to you, whether you're a mum, whether you're an influencer, but whether, you're the oldest in your class, whatever it is, you're going to have an impact. So we do need to be a little bit more conscious, I think, of what we do, what we decide to do. Like, even myself, okay? I have nieces that I know look up to me. So there's certain things that I know if I do, they will look at that, and it will be glamorized to them, and they will think, oh, I want to do that, or I like the way that is. And I don't want them to have that mindset. Like, I don't want them to not love who they are, what they look like, So it's just, it's a constant battle, and it is really hard. But I'm here for the conversation. I'm here for someone to guide me. I'm here to be educated. I want you guys to let me know your opinions. Like, what's your take on this? Like, I really want to know, because I have so many thoughts about it. I have so many thoughts on this, guys, and I can't wait to just deep dive into it. So when I think about fitness culture and surgery culture, I think both of those have pressures, because you think about the fitness culture, there is still an aesthetic. There is still a look that everyone wants to get when it comes to fitness. Everyone wants the toned arms, the toned legs, the perky butt, the this, the that. There's still a perfection, even when it comes from the fitness culture and going to the gym. And then you have the surgery culture. You've gone from the BBLs to, like, now it's like being really slim. Like, slim is in now. And there's always a competition. So, it's like, where do we go? Like, where do we fit? What should people be thinking? And social media just plays such a big part. And I've had to unfollow. For me personally, I'm going to be real with you now. I've had to unfollow so many fitness girls. I've had to unfollow. They're doing my head in. Eat this, eat that, don't eat this, do that, do this, do that. It's too much. We have information overload. And I think it's just way too much. And these girls sometimes that promote, they just have they have the perfect aesthetic. And I think that in itself just creates a pressure, and it's just too much. Maybe it's me. Maybe I need to not take things so seriously. Maybe it's that as well. But we're all, like, I'm being honest here, and I hope everyone else can be honest. We all look at things and we're like, we know everyone has different body types, different genetics, but we look at someone's body and we're like, oh my God, I want that. I do that all the time. I'm like, oh my God, I want that figure. And to be fair, it's only now, as I'm older, I try not to do that as much. I know I don't have that aesthetic, and I love who I am. I love how I look. But there was a period where I was constantly looking at this fitness girl, that fitness girl, and just being, like, oh, I don't look like that. What should I do? It's so draining. And then if it's not the fitness girl, then you're looking at the surgery girl and being like, oh my God, that's perky, that's upright, that I don't have that. Maybe I need to nip and tuck this. It's overwhelming. So I think both now have such an aesthetic about it that both of them are toxic. I actually think, but actually I've come to the conclusion that both are quite toxic, that there's not many. If there are, please let me know. But from what I see, the popular posts or the popular trends or the popular influencers that are, promoting whatever they're promoting, they have this, like, perfect, because that's what they show on that. And but that's probably their natural genetics. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it is this ideal idea of perfect. And that unfortunately makes other people feel more insecure. So there are certain people online that I think are so healthy for online, and I think a lot more younger people should follow them. There's one lady in particular, I hope I'm saying her name right, Miss Clara Hermit, and I've followed her for quite a few years. She's like such body positivity, and once you deep dive into her story and everything she's been through, she talks a lot about just dating, relationships, where she's in her life, the age she is, and the stereotypes of where you should be at a certain age, and just her whole page. I think we need more influencers like that. And yeah, she's a big inspiration for me, and we need more like that. Oh, now that's come to mind, there's two others. The sisters, Amy and Faye Reddish. I hope I'm saying their surname right. They're amazing. They call themselves the mid-size influencers, and they are just stunning. They're so beautiful. They're so stunning, and they hide nothing. And I think if we have more influencers like that,
I know this sounds so dramatic, but the world would be a better place. I've said it. I said it. I'm cringing that I said that. But it's the truth. If we had more influencers like that, the world would honestly be a much better place. So I know that gym work takes time, and surgery, yes, you get instant results. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If someone was paying for it for me, and they was going to pay for me to have surgery, and I'm going to get the instant results of exactly what I want, I might do it. I can't lie to you. I might do it. The thing is, I would want the longevity of what gym can produce, because once you've done it in the gym and you've done it the long, hard, grueling, suffering way, but that's great. That is really, really great. And that probably is more like long lasting. Don't get me wrong. But who knows if I'm going to be hit by a bus tomorrow? Who knows? So while I've done the grueling years of work in the gym and I finally get this body, I could be hit by a bus, boom, it's gone. Where I could pop over the road, Harley Street or Turkey, I don't know, and get the surgery done and look amazing within a month, not even a month, like, I don't know, sometimes like a couple weeks healing, I don't know, and start enjoying it and start living my life in my perfect form and just like really enjoying myself. Are you really going to turn that down? Are you? Because I don't know if I am. I don't like an injection and I'm not good with blood and I don't like needles. But I don't know if I'm going to turn that down. I'll be honest with you. Especially if someone else is going to pay for it for me. I don't know if I'm going to turn that down, really. It's really tough. What type of person turns that down? If you're the type of person that would turn that down, please comment and I would like to speak to you. And I just want to pick your brain about some things. Because if someone's going to do that for you for free, and you're going to have the perfect aesthetic in your mind, what you class as perfect, and you would turn that down, I want to know why. That would be, I really want to know why. Because I don't think I would. So on the lines of surgery, we know what the top surgeries are. So it's like BBLs, fillers, non-surgical tweaks. Okay, so for the BBLs, I've heard that BBLs are they're the most dangerous procedure to ever have done. The girls that have that, I rate them. I'm sorry, because if you're willing to have the most dangerous procedure on earth, you deserve to have that perfect looking, Coca-Cola bottle, because I'm not doing that. If someone told me this is going to be the most dangerous surgery in life, I'm not doing it. If someone told you that you want to go and meet a lion face to face and it's the wildest lion in the world, would you do it? No. If someone told me this is the most dangerous surgery in the world, I'm not doing it. No, thank you. I would, however, have a non-surgical tweak. I would, however, have filler. I don't know. Possibly. Like, I'm going to say here, I'm not one that I don't think I will grow old gracefully. Like, if I don't age well, I'm going to do something. Hell yeah. Like, why not? Why not? If I want to, why not? Like, no one's going to stop me. I don't care if people are like, oh, you shouldn't get this, grow old gracefully. Hell no, I don't want to grow old gracefully. I want to look good 24/7. If I could have someone come and do my makeup and make me look amazing 24/7, I would do it. I just can't afford it right now. But one day in my life, I'm going to get there. So yeah, I would do it. Hell yeah. Why not? It's fun. We're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be this age forever. We're not going to look this young forever. So enjoy it while we have it. That is what I say. And anyone that disagrees with me, I don't care. Put it in the comments. Let's debate about it. Let's talk about it in a nice way, in a civilized way. Let's have good conversation. Let's have a good debate about it. Prove me wrong. I'm here for it. All right, guys, we want to talk about body positivity versus body modification. Like, are we here for it? All right, I want to give you a prime example, okay? So, before I name names, a person that is like all about body positivity, body positivity, love the skin you're in, then they change, Then they change on you and you're like, hey, you was our leader, you was our commander, and now you've changed? How do you feel about that? Now I'm going to give you a prime example. Lizzo. Let's bring Lizzo into the conversation. So, Lizzo was a bigger girl. She was sexy big, doing it for the big girls. Hey. And then all of a sudden she lost all the weight. Where did Lizzo go? She's now just Liz. Okay? Now, are you still with her? Her tribe. It's not me. I'm just going from the comments I've seen. People are outraged and they're angry at her. Now, what do you think? Is she well within her right to lose weight if she wanted to lose weight? Or is she doing the people a disservice? Was she being fake? Was she being fake before? Because she was all about the body positivity, all about being big girl aesthetic. And now she wants to be medium size, even, dare I say it, thin. What do we think about that? My personal opinion is, now, do I say this out loud? Do I say it in my head? Do I say it on the Be Real podcast? I'm going to say it. I think when some people say, no, let me just know how to word this, okay? Let me know how to word this. I don't want to offend anyone, okay? You be whatever shape and size you want. Be whatever shape and size you want. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. Be whatever shape and size you want. I love people of all shapes, of all sizes. Disclaimer, okay? But I'm just going to say this little nugget. Take it as you will. And yeah. When someone who is much bigger shouts from the top of the rooftops about their size and how much they love it, then they lose all the weight and become mid-sized to thin. I'm going to say they was never really happy. I said it. If you're a big person, if you're bigger and you're big, sexy, thick, whatever, and you love it, fair enough. But if all of a sudden you've done a drastic change to become really thin, and to me, in my mind, it's like you're being an ambassador from someone that's big. You're there with all your people behind you, and you change. I think that's a bit of a sellout. I'm sorry. I think it's a bit of a sellout. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Leave a comment. I want to know. Am I out of order for saying it? I think I'm saying what a lot of people think, but they just, they're not on the Be Real podcast, so they can't say it, but I can say it. What do you think?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
So my only argument would be that maybe Lizzo, let's be honest, obesity is linked to, I'm not saying she's obese because I don't actually know what she weighed, but it is linked to health problems like high cholesterol, high blood pressure. So maybe she was advised that she needs to lose the weight. So maybe she should never have been being positive of her size, because there is health risks that come with being that big.
Oh, that's really good. Coming from the, is it nurse? Coming from the paramedic. That's really good. Okay, guys. So for those listening on SoundCloud, I have my brother's partner in with us today. So she's just in the studio with me today. So it's nice to get someone else's opinion. And she's also a paramedic. So yeah, she's like, she can advise on this. And her very PC opinion is that if someone is of a larger size, then it could be health risk. I'm sick of hearing the damn health risk. I'm going to say it. I'm sick of it because a lot of people that just eat too much want to talk about health risks. And I'm probably going to get in so much trouble for this, but I don't care. It's not always a health risk. Sometimes you're just too damn greedy. Sometimes they just eat too much food. Yeah. And you can't put down the bread. Stop with the bread. Okay. Know how much you should be eating and learn how to stop eating. It's not always a medical condition, but in some aspects, it could be a medical condition. I do understand that. So we don't know. I'm not in Lizzo's camp, so I don't know health wise. I'm not her doctor. I don't know what's going on. This is just my very real opinion about the situation. So yeah, take it as you will. We still love Lizzo. I'm still a big Lizzo fan with music, but I'm a little bit on the fence when it comes to her weight and what's going on. I'm a believer of do whatever you want for yourself, for your body. If it was for health reasons, fair play to you. If it wasn't and you just wanted to change your aesthetic, fair play to you. But I do understand the aggravation with the fans when they're like, no, she's not standing for us anymore. I do get that. And I do sympathize with them. But everyone's allowed the season to change, We should all be growing. We should all be getting better. We should all be able to change who we want to be and, morph. The caterpillar became the butterfly. So You know, I'm not going to argue about that. But another thing I will argue about is the price of surgery versus gym membership. The gym membership is cheaper, guys. The gym membership is much cheaper than surgery. Actually, saying that, right? I don't want to name names because I don't want to get in trouble for anything. But there are certain gym memberships that are a lot of money. A lot. A certain Lloyd membership is a lot of money. You're paying a lot of money per month. So maybe in some aspects, surgery would be cheaper. Surgery would be cheaper and it'd be quicker. Quicker than what's going to happen in that Lloyd membership. Because, you know, and now they've taken away some of the benefits. You can't even bring a friend in. Your friend has to pay full whack. So, you know, maybe surgery is cheaper. I don't know. I actually don't know what's for the best. But I think, as I said from the beginning, do what makes you happy. I'm here for that. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So do whatever makes you happy in that aspect. So, my loves, my take on this whole surgery versus exercise. I think I'm still where I started. I do not know what I would do. Well, I will continue doing what I'm doing now. So I do work out a little bit. I'm not crazy on the gym. I used to be, but now I'm not. But I do a little gym workout. I do get my steps in. I am mindful of what I eat. And that's working for me right now. But as I've said before, would I do surgery? Yeah, why not? I would. Right now, no, I don't think there's a need to. But if I ever felt the need to do it right now, then I would be open to it for sure, for sure. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't like when people can maybe take it too far. But I also think people don't know when they take it too far. So I think it's good that when you have people around you that can say like, okay, slow down with this or whatever. Like people need to keep it real with you, whether it's your followers, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family. You need people around you that keep you grounded, that keep it real, because everything can be taken too far. So I would say for now, no. Surgery is a no. Going under the knife to have something enhanced is a no. Because from my years on this earth, I've seen quite a few different trends. I've seen the BBLs to not BBLs, to just slim with big boobs, to not, and just the aesthetic is no boobs or whatever it is. I've seen such a change, and that just shows me like everything is always changing. There is no perfect aesthetic. No, there's not. What you've got right now is probably perfect and you just don't know it. Because I can look back at pictures and know what I had was perfect and I just didn't know it. So what does that tell me? Right now you're probably perfect and you just don't know it. So right now, surgery is a no. I think that there's so many other ways that, and I think it's more about what you feel inside, and it's about your mental, and it's about loving yourself, first of all, mentally, before just physically. I think that is such a big thing, and I think that's what people miss, and that's something that I've learned now. So my real now is a no to surgery and a yes to loving yourself inside before you love yourself outside. Okay, guys, so you know I love some fun facts and some expert opinions. So I've done my research and I want to give you guys some expert opinions that I found out. Okay, so ages 35 to 50 make up the largest group undergoing surgical cosmetic procedures, accounting for 40% of all surgeries. And that was an account from 2003. So that is crazy. So it's actually an older demographic that have the most surgeries. I think it is because I've heard a lot of like mummy makeovers, and I think it's for women, for older women that have had all their kids. They're like, okay, we're done, we're dusted with that. Like, time to get the mummy makeover. Or it's like older women that have just now realized, you know, like I'm older, like I'm glowing. I just want to have my mummy makeover. I want to feel like sexy again or whatever. So yeah, it was surprising, but it wasn't surprising for me that was the older demographic that make up 40% of them procedures. Another statistic that I found out In the UK, younger individuals are increasingly seeking cosmetic surgery abroad, with the median age of 39 for those traveling overseas for procedures. Okay, so it's like 39s and under are traveling overseas for procedures. Am I shocked? Absolutely not, because everyone has been going to Turkey for the longest time, and now I know there's other places. Like, yes, there's Turkey. A lot of people go to Albania. A lot of people go to like Poland. Last year, I was in Turkey working, right? Well, not working. But anyway, I was in Turkey, and I was singing over there. And where I was staying, right, this hotel is where a lot of people get in their procedures, and then being able to stay in the hotel. Honestly, it put me off procedures. Like, I know I've done talked this whole episode about I would get procedures, but now I'm remembering that it's actually put me off procedures, because I was seeing people at the, like, in the breakfast with their what's it called, wheelchairs, bent over. Do you know what they called them? I met a lady and I still talk to her now, and she's from Canada, right? Oh, I better not say her name. Like, oh, she's lovely though. But she's from Canada, and they were calling certain things like blood earrings. It's when they have this drip thing. I don't know where it was coming from, but it was like coming down, and it had like blood in it, and like they was like leaning over because they can't stand up straight yet when they've had all of this like stuff done. And I'm telling you, it's mental. Like, people had their like faces stapled. I'm not selling this right now, but this is how people looked when I was having my breakfast. So yeah, this really did put me off surgery. But I do believe. Oh, I met another girl when I was walking down the street, and she had a gastric sleeve. Now, I've heard of a gastric band, but I'd never heard of a gastric sleeve. So a gastric sleeve, oh, she did tell me, it's like half of it. But she told me something that blew my mind, right? So I thought, when people have a gastric band, they don't want to eat anymore. They're going to lose all this weight. But she said to me, they offer you counselling. And the reason they offer you counselling is because your brain still wants to eat the full pizza, even though your body can't eat it. So it's like to help your brain know not to eat. And I was like, that's mental. Yeah, it's a whole nother world out there. But I do believe a lot of people go abroad for surgery. And last but not least, I'm going to give you the last fact, which is older adults, 50 plus, are also turning to cosmetic surgery, with procedures like the grandma makeover gaining popularity among women in the 60s and beyond. So for those thinking life ends at 50, hell no. You've got your grandma, yeah, the 60-year-olds, going to Turkey or wherever they're going to get the grandma makeup. I'm here for it. Go on, grandma. You've lived your life. You've dealt with grandkids. You've dealt with your own kids. You've been here. Go and get your grandma makeover. I'm here for the grandmas getting the makeover. I'm here for that more than anything, more than the youngsters or more than whoever. I'm here for the grandmas getting the makeover. Yes, go on, grandma. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 more facts. So in the UK, there was 5% overall rise in cosmetic surgery procedures in 2004, driven largely by the increase in facial rejuvenation and body contouring procedures. Now, this is nothing but truth. Facial rejuvenation. Everyone wants to look young. Everyone wants to look young. I'm not against it. I like a cream, you know. I don't mind a cream. But like, everyone wants to look young. Oh my God, I was watching, I was not watching. I was listening to the podcast, Nip and Tuck podcast. I love them 2 girls. They're really, really real. Like, I love what they talk about. They're so open and honest about things they talk about. You should go and look at their podcast. But one of them has had trust me, they're young. And one of them has had a mini facelift. But I can't lie, it looks amazing. Her skin looks amazing. She looks amazing. But I was really shocked, because especially when it's a young person having something like that done, you're like, what? Like, you don't expect it. You expect it in someone older. But obviously she's young, she was beautiful, and she had a facelift. She said she said she tried they're very open about the surgeries that they've had. And she was talking about you know, she tried this, that to get rid of like underneath, and that was the only way. So she had a mini facelift. I can't lie, she looks great. She looks fantastic. So I think when you get something and it still looks natural and you still look like yourself, I'm here for it. She looks good. The last expert facts I have. In the US, cosmetic procedures have risen by 5%. So this was in 2003. So it was liposuction, breast augmentation, tummy tuck were amongst the most popular. And of course, like as we've just said, people want the mummy makeovers. They want the grandma makeovers. I get it. So people like what they had, but they just, after pregnancy, a lot changes and they just want what they had before. So again, I'm here for it. If that's what they want to do, go for it. I'm here for women that just want to feel good in their own skin. I am an advocate for that. So I understand that not everyone can fly to Turkey, go to Dubai, go to Harley Street, go to Brazil and get these procedures done, okay, if you want cosmetic procedures done. So what a lot of people are doing are finding their own ways of doing it, and it's here in the UK. So I want to tell you, I've deep dived into some of the things that I've found out people are doing, and I found this through TikTok. So we shouldn't be doing this, guys. It's really dangerous. If you're going to do surgery, if you want to do something like that, do it properly, okay? Don't try and find a cheap way to do it, because as my grandma told me, yeah, good things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't good. That is something that has stuck with me for life, okay? So take that little nugget, take the little gem. Let me get into it and tell you what I found. So, social media platforms, particularly TikTok, have seen a rise in the DIY cosmetic procedures. At-home fillers. Right, at-home fillers are fine if you're doing it with someone that knows what they're doing. Like, they have trained, they've had more than their cousin and their aunt and their sister as a client. Yeah, they've had clients, like lots of clients. They've dealt with all different kinds of people. They've maybe trained in a professional setting. That's fine. And now they're choosing to do it at home. But not someone that's just passed their test and now they're just doing it in their bedroom. Like, I don't think that's good enough. I'm sorry. And if that's not good enough for me, I don't want that to be good enough for you, because I care. So, individuals are purchasing unregulated filler products online. They're self-injecting, leading to serious health risks such as infections, vascular blockages, and permanent disfigurement. No, like, are you serious? What the actual hell? Why would you do this? All in the search for perfection on what you think is perfection. You're willing to have listen to this, permanent disfigurement. Do you know what that means? You're scarred for life. Why would you? No, please don't. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, here we're keeping it real on the Be Real podcast. I'm telling you, do not do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Another one. Influence on social media. Approximately 33% of Brits reported that social media influenced their decision to consider facial cosmetic surgery. That's really sad. I don't know, that makes me really sad because, like I said earlier, like in other podcasts, I think, I've got nieces. And I don't know, they're so beautiful. They're just so little. And they're at, like, a few of them are at that age now where, like, they do look at things on social media, or they do look at things that I do. Like, you know, I'm obviously the cool aunt, you know. And, you know, it does influence them. And I would just hate for them to not like something about themselves. Like, that genuinely makes me sad. I wouldn't want anyone, any young boys, young girls, like, looking at someone on social media and it making them want to change something about their face. And you hear it in younger kids now. Like, one of my nieces is 8, you know, and she loves, like, things on social media. And luckily, like, she loves herself. Like, she's got great parents. But you get some 8-year-olds that are, you know, they will say, like, things like they're ugly. And to hear that from a child, honestly, I think that's just the most heartbreaking thing. So that is why I say, like, it's really hard when you are, you look at people like influencers. And I did touch on another episode when I was talking about Molly May and the way that things are produced. And, like, the reason I said, like, I get it, because she has that spread. She has that influence. So it would be silly for her to do something that would damage that, because so many people look up to her. So it's a thin line being authentic and being curated or being produced. I think that you have to have a happy medium in both when you're at the heights of where she is. So, yeah. Thank you, listeners. Thank you for keeping it real with me. If you've loved this episode, make sure you subscribe and follow us on Insta at Can You Be Real. We've had a great first season, from having on Lace Martin on Dating Madness, breaking down beauty standards. We've had some real good convos this season. Expect so much more for season 2, guys. We've got more guests, more surprises, more real topics, and we can't wait to have you along with the ride for us. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you in season 2.